Are we on?
Yeah, sorry. I thought maybe you would moved a bit.
Oh, okay.
Well, hello there. For a few weeks now, there's been a lot of interest in PurpleRung and our push to alleviate homelessness here in Peace River. So we're going to take you on a bit of a journey and explain exactly what PurpleRung is all about and why that's different from what's been attempted or organized in the past. PurpleRung was founded on what we call the 5 pillars: engagement, shelter, data, advocacy, and affordable housing. Each one of these is just a part of the stable foundation we want to provide for those suffering from or at risk of homelessness, and each deserves an explanation. So in this video, we'll take a look at shelter first.
Fundamentally, the problem is there's some people outside. That must be awful. Let's get them inside. And I believe there's a real problem in the housing continuum. A continuum that says affordable shelter starts at, or affordable housing starts at 10% below the current price. The current price in most of Alberta is pretty extreme. In Peace River, it's around $912 for a 2-bedroom apartment. It's $700 and, $750 thereabouts for a studio apartment. We're talking about something that's a third to a half of that price is not anywhere in the continuum. A truck camper, the size of a truck camper or a garden shed, at least that's something. It needs to be safe. It needs to be warm. It needs to be with, a bed, a bathroom. It has to have a bathroom. This is what PurpleRung is trying to bring about, called a transitional shelter.
So Brent set out to ask the homeless people of Peace River, Alberta and Kelowna, British Columbia about their views on their most pressing needs. And he took their advice to heart when he sat down to design the transitional shelter. A humble, cozy shelter that won't break the bank on any part of its construction, placement, or habitation. A stopgap until something more permanent comes along. If you live in town, you may have seen one of our units on display at an event. They're about the size of a truck camper, though some are taller than others, and are erected in a pod of 5 to 9 all around a central, full-sized residential washroom unit.
I don't want to say I spent tons and tons of time coming up with this design. I had a criteria in mind. A lot of that criteria came from talking to homeless people that are hanging about. And we actually, my good woman Trudy and I, we actually bought cigarettes, smoked, and interviewed a lot of these people on the street in various places. And, they tell us about what they feel they need. And some of the results are surprising. They need storage. They need to have a place to put their stuff. They need to not carry all their laundry around. That's why you see it hanging in trees to dry until they come back and find, some townsperson has picked it up, or, general cleanup. So they need a place to put their stuff. They need, especially a bathroom. They need clean water. They need a warm bed, and they maybe need a little bit of privacy that they don't typically enjoy. Certainly need something of an alarm clock other than somebody kicking them and saying, "Get out of here," the bank's opening.
The suites are designed to be everything a person needs for a non-permanent stay, to be everything that makes it feel more like a home than a hotel or a homeless shelter. And all of this is in as little space as possible without sacrificing comfort or function. This keeps the units portable, keeps the footprint small, and keeps the cost of production, utilities, and maintenance down. In essence, with such a design, a pod of 5 to 9 of these shelters can be installed on a suitable site in a matter of days once the services and piles are in, for a fraction the price of other types of shelter and with a minimal operating cost. But these are only the first version.
Future iterations of this, I'm sure, will have the same criteria, because this will grow into things. People are creative. They may be metal or plastic. They may be printed, 3D printed. 3D printing has come a long way in terms of printing out of mud or brick or clay. In different areas, they may have different different possibilities to come up with that criteria of it has to be room temperature, it has to have control of that temperature, it has to have plugins, it has to have Wi-Fi, it has to be efficient and approximately this space. It has to be acceptable in terms of most bylaws or codes. And there'll be backyard ones, there'll be churchyard ones, there'll be schoolyard ones, there'll be in commercial and residential and public property. But the fact is, the criteria will be set. What these things turn out to look like may surprise me.
Any design that's swift, comfortable, efficient, and sustainable for the residents, the organizations involved, and for the neighborhoods they're placed in. That is the future of PurpleRung's transitional shelter. Once again, this has been the shelter section of our 5-part series on the 5 pillars of PurpleRung. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next ones, or if you'd like to know more now, feel free to check out our website at purplerung.ca or use the contact form there to get in touch. Just throwing this out there, we do have a donate button on that page if you would like to help out. And if you're in Peace River, come by our open house on Sunday. We'll be marching from there in a candlelight vigil ahead of the town council meeting on Monday, where we'll be asking for permission once more to put these shelters out there and to put them to use, to get those at risk off the streets. Details for that are on our website and on our Facebook page. Till next time.